So the best is yet to come. So in our lives, at some point of time, we may feel like we lost everything without realizing that a beautiful thing is yet to come, right? So just like an arrow going beyond to move forward. So I'm very honored to introduce our esteemed speaker who possesses a wealth of knowledge and expertise in the topic the best is yet to come. So our speaker for today is Dr. Valentina Seth. So let's welcome Dr. Valentina Seth onto the dais with a big round of applause. She has come from Seychelles, which is located in Africa. She is a consultant pediatrician by profession with a MSc in pediatrics from Germany. She is also a spiritual teacher in Seychelles of Brahma Kumari's Meditation Center. So with her double professions, one is her medical profession and another one is spiritual profession, she has impacted many of the children's lives and their families through her commitment, compassion. She has played a wonderful role in the society in providing healthcare services. And beyond her medical practice, she is also an entrepreneur of Seth Medical Enterprise Private Limited. And it's a venture that I can say that further reflects her dedication to improving healthcare services and making a positive difference in the lives of others. And she's been with Brahma Kumaris since 2010, and she is a spiritual teacher and guide for many. So without any delay, we can start the session. But please note that at the end of the talk, we will be having a Q&A session. So you can ask your queries. Thank you. So Sister Valentin, I'm handing over to you. Thank you.
Sister, so very warm welcome to you all, and I'm very honored to be here today in Shanti Sarovar, and the topic of today is the best is yet to come. So in the world of today, anything can happen instantly, anytime. As you all know, the 5 elements are playing war with ourselves, with the body is also made out of the 5 elements. I think you know all the 5 elements, do you? Yes, okay. So the 5 elements are playing war with all of us, and it's the body as well that is not okay. And being medical, I'll bring that point as well. So we have a lot of diseases, we have a lot of abnormalities that we have to deal with. Then we have the fire, which when fire comes, you know what happens with what fire does. It destroys. It not only destroys land, it will destroy nature, it will destroy the animals, it will also destroy the people. Yeah. And then we have water. Water, we have storms, we have tsunami, we have floods. Yeah. And then we have all this. We have, apart from that, we have air. What do we have in air? We have tornadoes, we have windstorms, yeah, that can cause a lot of damage. And what else we have? We have the earthquake. You know what earthquake can do? Destabilizes everything, swallows everything that's on top and goes under. And then we have ether, yeah, on top. And there as well, a lot of impurity. The pure has become impure, so a lot of changes is happening there. So the soul, I would like to introduce you to the laws of spirituality that enables us to have 2 sentences together. And one, anything can happen due to the very instability of all the environment and nature, which I've just explained to you. And the second is the best is about to come. So everything that is happening actually has its best. But we are so caught up that we only look at what is happening. We are looking at the worst. Even when the flood has come, just think about it. Today is a very good example now with the rain. I'll bring that in now. It was very hot, no? and it was very not comfortable. Even the plants were suffering from the heat, right? Now it has rained. What has happened? Temperature has gone down. We feel cool. What does the water do? It clears the air. It clears the environment, right? And then what has happened as well? The plants have benefited from it everywhere. Cleansing of the earth has happened. Yeah? So it has its benefit. So that is the best that comes out of it. But what we do many times, we get caught up with what we're seeing now because we are very in the physical. We're not looking at the spiritual side of it. Yeah? So how does these two work today? The law of spirituality are like forces that surround us, but they are not visible. They are not physical either. They are hidden, and we cannot see them. Yeah? They have a spiritual concept, and there are two forces. And what are these two forces? Time and karma. You know, time. Time is a very important thing. There's two sides of the coin in time. I know there are new souls around, and you have come to join us. But time, you also know the cycle, right? It's too far? It's okay. You know the cycle as well, okay? You know, you've heard of Kali Yuga, you've heard of Sangam Yuga, and you've heard of Sat Yuga, yes? So I'm going to play around with those three, okay, in between when I speak, okay? So now we are in Kali Yuga, and Kali Yuga is where everything is upside down. And Kali Yuga is also where we are only focused mainly. Why Kali Yuga? Because we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten that actually we are spiritual beings. We are souls. We are not this body. We are two separate entities. Yeah? So what happens? We focus on the physical because we can't see the spiritual side. Why? Because we've forgotten the truth. And we've been caught up now in our own body consciousness instead of being soul conscious. We were very soul conscious when we were in Satyug. And when we come down the cycle, we became very body conscious. And now at the end, we are body conscious. And we forget. And then we go into all these problems. Yeah? So time is a very important force. We say we do not have time. We have no time. We have not enough of time. We don't make time. Who is the master of time here? Who do you think is the master of time here? Anyone? Could try? Who is the master of time? Who? We ourselves are the master. I am the master of time. I cannot say I do not have time. I have to make time. I have a choice. If I want to go here or I want to go there, I have a choice. So I'm the master, not time that's the master. Yeah? So time is an important force. And in time, there are two factors. There's the aging and deteriorating. This is an important evolutionary circumstance. We need to evolve and deteriorate at the same time. So one thing is evolving and the other time is deteriorating. But the deteriorating doesn't mean that it's deteriorating because the best is to come. Okay? So what makes us evolve in aspect of time and what makes us deteriorate? Karma. You know what karma is? You know better than me what karma is. So karma is, most people know about karma. What goes around comes around. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Yeah? It's a saying that you have in almost all the scriptures as well. Comes in different ways. Yeah? And one very important is the law of karma is the ultimate justice. But it is not a punishment, but a liberation. We always look at karma as saying that what you sow, you reap. But in this sense now we know that karma is your creation, but you have to also solve it at the end and go back to goodness. So anything bad that is sown has to be brought back to goodness. Yeah? So if you do good, you enjoy, and you will top up your goodness with your spiritual concept. And who is doing the goodness actually? And I'll bring in the aspect here. It's you, the soul, who's doing the goodness. It's the soul only takes this body to act. And I think you know all that as well. You're a soul and you're acting in this body. But the soul has forgotten itself. Now when we are in Kali Yuga, it has forgotten itself. So we became very body conscious. Yeah? So there are the stories around about the elements I've told you. And a lot of us know, the people around know what's happening. For example, we want to know all what's happening in the news. And then what happens? We get caught up. We get very distressed. And we ask lots of questions. Why, what, and when? And why is this happening? And why is that happening? But what about thinking about the bigger picture? Look at it in a bigger picture. This is happening because for a better good, because the best is about to come. Yeah? So changing of circumstances and changing of time. Knowing what opportunities of high dramatic changes are. The expression of time to time is connected and the law of karma is connected. So there are people who connect themselves and turn their attention to higher powers. And what is that? When you turn to higher power, who do you think is the highest power here? Anyone? Who's the highest power here that you can connect yourself to? God. Okay? So we connect to individuals because we are looking for happiness, for peace, for love. But what we've learned in Raja Yoga is I, the soul, I am peace. I am love. I am happiness. And when I, the soul, personally am complete with love and peace and happiness, I will automatically spread that love and happiness to those around me. So also the atmosphere will feel it, my family will feel it, where I'm working they will feel it, and even the environment will feel it, because I'm only vibrating goodness. You see? But when I'm thinking negative, what will I attract? What do you think? If I think negative, what will I attract? Negativity. You see? So when I attract negativity, what am I doing? I'm also creating karma now, because I'm also sending vibrations of negativity around, whether to the family, whether to the children, the family members, the environment, and to the community. So now is the time when we need to check and change. That's why also we have this talk I brought in. I think is very good. We need to check our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. Check that we do not continue causing negative karma. And the depth behind it is, when we create negative karma, we accumulate or we deplete our account of positivity spiritually. So if you do good, your account of goodness is filling up. When you do negative, your account of negative is taking out of from the account of positivity, so it's reducing. So what happens is you need to do so much collection of positivity and accumulation in your account, so that when times come difficult, you yourself, you have created a karma, badness. So for example, we'll take an illness. Let's take an illness, which is a good example. Say you go to the doctor and the doctor says, you are very sick and you have only 1 month to live. So what happens? Now you're in distress if you did not do any empowerment spiritually. If you have no support from God, if you never did something to make you powerful, to support you, yeah, what will happen? You start being worried, you'll be stressful. So instead of you getting better, what happens to you? You get more sick, yeah? And you don't have the power to face that disease. You won't even have the power to face other people who will say this or that about your disease, yeah? So what we need to do, we need to connect ourselves with the Supreme Soul. When we connect ourselves with the Supreme Soul, we charge ourselves. Just like you take your phone and you charge it, yeah? If you don't take the phone and charge it, what happens? You won't be able to communicate with anybody because it will be no energy in it. So I won't be able to talk to you if I wanted to call you. In the same way, we need to charge ourselves. And we need to charge who? I, the soul. You need to charge you, the soul. Because remember, this is just the body. It's the body that gets ill. It's not the soul that gets ill. Yeah? It's the body that gets ill. So you need to charge this spirit, the soul, so that it's strong and it has the support. When you need, you have the support and guidance that you can turn to. The beauty about God is He doesn't want anything from us. Right? Does He want anything from us? No. He doesn't want anything from us. He just gives us. He just says, come to me and take my child. And all of us are His children. And He's present and He says, come, take. Here's the key to the treasure store. Just take. But if you don't take, you take just a little. Who is going to lose at the end? You yourself, no? So we need to realize that we need to connect with the Supreme Soul and charge ourselves. That's why we have learned through the Brahma Kumaris, for those who are new also, to connect with the Supreme Soul, to charge ourselves. Yeah? And when you charge yourself, then you'll get power, you'll get support, you'll get guidance. So when things happen, challenges, situations, disease, calamities come, you'll be able to face them. You may go down, but you'll quickly catch yourself because you've understood this has come to pass. And everything that comes in your way has come to make you stronger, not to make you weaker. In fact, it has come to make you stronger. And also the saying, the better time is ahead. Yeah? So this is why we are saying it's important to charge. And that's why we say we wake up, we wake up and we connect with the Supreme. Or during the day, we connect with Him so that we have this. And the main thing is, through Raja Yoga, is the knowledge of knowing the power of thought. To understand that I need to check my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. Now is the time. That's why we say now is the time. That's why these two go together. Before, maybe it didn't play too much a big role. But Sangam Yug is the time to change. Sangam Yug is the time to check my thoughts and my words. Because now is the time, and then there's the shift. And before the shift happens, how much have I, the soul, done to change myself, to make a better for myself? It's not for another person, it's for myself. Yeah? So that's why I thought it would be good to bring in the fact that we need to check and also change. Yeah? So our thoughts, words, and deeds are very important. So if otherwise in life we get up, we have children, the children grow up, they go to school, they go to work, you have situations, you come from work, you come home, you pour out all the situations at home, and vice versa from home at work. And today, you know the world, the way it has changed so much. There's no unity anymore, right? So who's going to make that unity come again? Who you think is going to make it come back again? We only. We are the source to change. So when even if it's just one soul, that you should know how powerful that is. Even if it's just one, if you remain positive, and if you remain and you know the times we are in, and you've learned about karma, and you know the importance of it, and you know where we're going from here, you will make an impact, not only on yourself, because the main thing is first I change myself, and only then I can change those around me, because I then become an example and a sample for us, for all. Otherwise, now today people don't want too much of talking and explaining. They want to see practical proof. How did you change? What did you do? Okay? And I'll give you a practical proof on my side. So for me, as I was growing up, I happened to share with you, because it is always, for us as Brahma Kumaris, we always say experience is the key. Yeah? And experience is what will make you understand this knowledge is it. For me personally, I felt I don't belong to this world. Why? Parents are from India. I was born in Kenya. And then I ended up schooling in Seychelles. Okay, went to Seychelles. So I don't belong to Kenya. I don't belong to India. Well, that time I don't belong, but now I know I belong to Bharat. And then I don't belong to Seychelles. Okay. So when I came, I kept on searching. I didn't feel I belonged to any of the souls there. So we'd go to school, went for education, you meet people, they talk. You just feel you don't belong to these groups. Wherever you go, something is missing. Yes, another part is connection. Like you say, you go on your spiritual journey. So you try to connect with God. Even then, you feel something is missing. You do, but you will give charity, you'll give donations, you'll go on all the pilgrimages you can think of. Everything I've done, on that line. Still something is missing. What is it that is missing? I forgot that I was a soul. That is the problem. So then I came to learn about the Brahma Kumaris and Raja Yoga. So the first lesson is, who am I? A soul. I forgot. I didn't know. I know we learned in the Bible, it's all written there in the scriptures, the soul, but they don't go into the depth about the soul. So who am I? So I learned I'm a soul. And I learned all the qualities about the soul. So that's why I never found love, peace, happiness. It was only a short temporary love. You meet somebody, you're happy, the family's happy. Then you do something, you're happy. So for example, we are all down today, and you say, what shall we do to get happy, for us to have a change? So, okay, let's go picnicking. So we all go picnicking. We'll call friends, call the family members. We're all off. And then we have a good time. And then you come back home, back to square one. Right? Do you all have that feeling sometimes, on and off? So then again, we say, okay, we go to work. Same thing. So this goes on and off like that. And then I came to learn, yes, we are souls. And souls are on their journey. And you're not this body. So this was the best thing that ever could happen to me. Because knowing I'm a soul means I have journeyed. And I was once upon a time in Bharat. And that's why I feel so connected. And I feel so connected to you all. Because why? The soul is unlimited. So we don't need to know each other, because before we were attached with our family. This is my family, my mother, my father, my child, my children, my family, sisters, brothers, you feel only this you need to connect. And so I used to do the same. So my family came first, priority to all the others. Blood connection. But no, that was physical. That was very limited. That's why the unhappiness. Even though you do everything, still there was some unhappiness. But now when I came to know we are souls, and all are my family, what a wonderful thing. So then I came to learn that we can be connected with everybody. So this also shows the best is yet to come. So by knowing the truth now, because also we forgot the truth, no? We've been swimming around in so much falsehood all this time. So much falsehood. And to tell you the truth, I have found the truth. And I have found it here. But the journey here is not just I say I have found the truth and I have found it here. No. The journey here is you need to listen, to understand, to have this awareness, and then to imbibe what you've been told and put it into practice. Only then you will see the fruit of what is being taught. It's not like just come and go and do it, it's finished. No. You need to go into the depths. And the depths is who you're charging the soul now. So that's why I say the best is yet to come. So that's what I wanted to show, the practicality of where we have so much attachment and we don't want to let go because we are so attached. But when you come to know that the soul is unlimited, you let go and you know the truth. Yeah? So that was what come. I need to check my notes because there's so much to say. So yes. Oh yes. Then another thing is also when we attach ourselves. When we say that we are bodies, when we are in these bodies, we attach ourselves so much to our name, our country, our religion, our profession, and we have so much name and fame from that. So when you're looking at that, you're looking at this is everything for you, no? But when we do that also, we get attached because that is the name of the body. that is the country of that body at that time. Now we know that the soul journeys. Actually, I'm talking to souls from Bharat. You know better than me that we do in reincarnate. We retake birth. You know all that, no? You know that. So it's nothing new for you. So for us, but it was something very new because it's something I asked. For example, for us, I was in the Roman Catholic religion. They don't believe in reincarnation. So for me, it was inner me knew there was something about reincarnation. But when you ask the priest or the bishop, or they said, just believe, don't ask questions, you know. So it's like you move along, but it's in a space. You're in empty space. So then when I came to learn that we do take birth and rebirth, and then we journey, the soul journeys, that also awakened the true you, I would say, and the understanding. That's why you would feel connected. For example, I'll give the example where somebody would say, I like Indian food, but you're staying in Africa, for example. How come you like Indian food? You've never been to India. You don't have Indian friends. You have no connection with India. How come? It's because the soul has that sanskar in it. You see? Or you say, I like Chinese food. The typical things are Chinese and Indian food. So you'd have that because you have journeyed, and most probably you were there. So that's why you feel so connected. And for us, our connection is also when immediately I set my foot in Bharat, for example, I felt so connected. I don't know what happened, but the soul said, this is it, you know. Other souls say, of all the places to visit, you would go to India because there's so many places to visit in the world. But I feel very comfortable when I come home. So you see the difference because it's all this, the main aspect here is the journey of the soul. So we get caught up when we are not, when we don't realize who we really are. So in karma, again, going back to karma, we need to know that we need to do good, okay? So if you continue doing bad, you will reap what is bad. So continuing doing bad means that you accumulate also a lot of negativity. And one time in life, because of the time of settlement, you will need to resettle that. And that comes around the way you need to, either by disease or by pain. For example, when you have pain, you suffer and you have lots of questions. And if you're not spiritually empowered, you will go through the suffering with a lot of pain. You will also not maybe accept the treatment. But if you are spiritually empowered, you will understand. And you will go through the treatment nicely. It's there. You will suffer. I'm not saying there's no pain. Don't get me wrong. You will have pain. You will have everything. But your conscience will be different. Different from somebody who never really understood why he's going through this pain. Why should I have this treatment? Why am I having this disease? No, so many questions of why. But you'll understand, okay, I'm settling it because now is the time of settlement. At the end of Kali Yuga. In Sangam Yuga, we need to settle. We need to settle because happier days are coming. The days of best days are coming ahead of us. So when we do that, when we've settled, we get better. And also then we won't, even if we've gone through the disease, we have better days coming because your suffering was less. So it is a better day for you. And remember when you settle like that also, we all, because of the truth that you've learned, you're all looking for liberation. Yeah, we're looking for liberation and liberation in life. And we can only do that when we have understood. Yeah? So that's why it's important to know that. So check how much we are doing. Check that we don't create more karma in anything we are doing. Check our thoughts. Remember, thoughts are very powerful. We may not speak. We like to speak a lot and say many, many things with our mouth. But also, we can also be soundless. Yeah? And when we stay soundless, we can also reach souls. Remember, we are spiritual beings. You may not like me, but I feel you. Because I feel those vibrations of yours that are coming. Yeah? So that's why we need to check that as well. No, our feelings and our thoughts should not be negative to anybody. Because anybody you do that, whether it's environment, a person, animal, anything, because it will come back. Yeah? So these are very deep aspects that we need to check ourselves. Any questions first for now? Hmm? No? So I'll give another example. Examples are always good because then you remember. So for example, a farmer. Oh, there is somebody. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I have a question.
Okay.
So my question is that when you take some decisions in life
Mm-hmm.
and there are some challenges, things which are happening to you. So how do you understand that the way you are responding to a situation, it's right or wrong?
Many times, when a situation comes, it's how you respond. Right or wrong is not important. According to to my understanding now, there's no right and there's no wrong. All is right, all is wrong. Whatever is wrong is also right. This is the depth of it. This is pure spirituality now that I'm telling you. So the issue here is how you personally react to that situation. How do you see it? How do you react? If you see the situation and you don't take it as a big problem, and it may be that you tried your best to do everything for that particular soul, okay, or situation, and it still turns out that it hits back to you. Your aim is to continue to have good wishes for that soul. And I from experience, it will come back, it will be good. It takes time, but it works. Yeah?
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, so I was going to give you the example of a farmer, for example. The farmer knows that it is a dry season now, but he knows also that the next season will be a good season. So wisdom says, he needs to prepare for that process. So means, not just sit back and say, it's dry season, so I won't do anything. Prepare for that process. So means that he gets his seeds ready, gets the soil ready, and to plant at the right time. If you plant in a dry season, you don't expect to have fruit because the farmer knows that. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like that. So if you plant at the right time, also you won't have to water your plants. You don't have to give a lot of fertilizers and everything because you've planted everything falls in at the right time. The time is important. The environment when you do it, you know if there's enough of the temperature is important. Everything plays a role here. So you need to see all those aspects. But if you plant and you're trying, and when it's very dry and you don't do anything for it, then you'll have to put a lot of effort in that process. So that's why we say now you need to this is where wisdom comes in. You need to see situations and do the thing at the right time. And when you do things at the right time, you don't lose a lot of energy because nature also helps. Nature helps and everything becomes easy then and you become light as well. Otherwise, you need to have a lot of effort. You need to water maybe and put up a lot of things if you decide to plant in a dry season. Maybe all the seeds no plant will come up because it was too dry. So all that plays a role. So you need to do things at the right time. And that's why we're saying this is the right time and to realize the time we are in. And each one has to make that effort. The effort belongs on each individual. We cannot point a finger at anybody else. It all depends on the soul, how much I am doing myself. Yeah? So we need to believe also in the process and believe that whatever you're doing now has its better time to come. Now it looks very bad maybe when you look at things happening also. You may say, we are in a very bad time, when you look around in the world today. Things are very bad if you look at things happening right now. But it has its good at the end. So nothing is for nothing. Even if it's bad, there is its good at the end. It may look also very bad or very worse. It goes from bad to worse. But it can only become better. So it's a better for tomorrow. So in everything that happens, we need to shift the way we think so that we see the goodness in it. Or take time, step back and observe. Like we say, step back and observe, stop, observe and steer, then observe and steer. Then by doing that, you'll observe and you'll see that things are getting better. Do not rush to do things. Stop, take time, and then do it. And then the better will come. And sometimes if you're not sure, stop also. Step back, connect, and you'll get your answer. This is how it is. That's the secret behind it. Because remember, we are all spiritual beings who are here. We are not this body. We are just acting in them. We are just playing our roles in our different roles we are playing. And the roles we are playing is, the role you play as a body, you can be a mother. As a mother, I'll use the mother as an example. You're a mother, you're a wife, you're a teacher, you're a doctor, you're a nurse. When you're at home, you're a cleaner, you're a laundry lady. So you do all these roles, okay? But at work, you can be a manager. But when you come home, you're helping in the home. You can be a cook. So these are roles you play. This is not you, the soul. You, the soul, your true nature, your true you is who you are, how you act, your goodness, yeah, your love for everybody, how you spread happiness to everybody, how you communicate with everybody, all your powers and virtues. This is your true you. But we've forgotten it. But all of us have it. We all have it. It's just that we need to tap into it. We need to make it come out, let it flower again, so that the best comes out from all of us who's here. So, anything else? So I would advise, keep investing in your karma. Yeah, keep investing in your karma and the purpose of life. You'll be surrounded by the fruit of your life. So the more good you get, the more good you'll get afterwards. Yeah, just realize it. Every day is a day where we can start anew. Whatever is past, don't bring it back. Because if you start bringing in the past, there'll be no space to bring newness. So forget the past. We always say put a full stop, forget it, and start anew. And when you start anew, we move forward from there. Yeah? And don't blame anybody. Like I was telling the brother there, no saying this one is bad and this one. It's okay. He may be bad to you, but in his light, he sees he's good. You see? So it's okay. Send him good wishes. Let him move on. And the beauty is when you have that good wishes, this is already another thing about karma again. When a situation has happened and he didn't respond properly and you reacted but you sent good wishes, what did you do? You accumulated good in your account spiritually. And because you remember to send good wishes to him, you have given him also his good wishes. You have helped him to accumulate in his account. And the reciprocal of that is his goodness will fill in your account. So at the end you have double. That is spirituality again. That's the depths of spirituality. So sometimes you will walk around. So again we'll go for illness. We had two sides of the coin. Now another person is very ill. And then he moves on. Everything works on very well, you know. He's very ill, but then things work out. He gets to know quickly a doctor, the right medicine, the right people come in his way, and he's treated, and then he gets well. How come? You can ask that question as well. Why? Because most probably in the past he has accumulated, and the time came now when he needed it most. And that's when it popped up. That's when it came. So you accumulate. Important is to accumulate. Never have an empty bucket, if I would use it. Don't have holes in your bucket. Make sure the bucket is full so that it comes in at the right time. And it will come, because that is pure spirituality as well. Yeah? So you will be surrounded by the fruit of your life to enjoy and share with others too the meaning of success, meaning you'll be successful. And your success is not only your success, because when you're successful and you're happy and you've helped all those who are around you and contented, automatically they also will be happy and contented. It's a spiral. So they will also be happy and contented without you even realizing it, because of your good wishes, because of your goodness that you have been sending around. Okay? So you touch that soul as well, because at the end of the day, it's not the body that has been touched, it's the soul that has been touched actually. touch to respond accordingly. Yeah? So success is your work. Success is not your work. It's for you over a long period of time. You need to work for success for over a long period of time. It's not that you'll be successful just now, immediately. You think when you're successful now, it's because of your hard work now. No, it's because you have worked over a long period of time, and then you get the fruit of it. And the main thing in all of this is also, do not accept praise, and also do not accept defamation. This is spirituality again. Yes, it will come in your way. People will praise you for what you have. If you accept that praise, then it means you're eating all the goodness, so you're not accumulating for the time of need. So remember, it's the soul that you need to accumulate for the future. So don't accept any praise, don't accept any defamation either. Yeah? And don't also expect any regard or respect from anybody. You give the regard, you give the respect. And when you give, automatically it will come. So you will receive the best after that. The best is yet to come. And the best is that it will come because you will see it, because that's your hard work. It won't come as a physical thing, but it will come as in your journey of life. And then we are working, that's why we always say now is the time also to receive that best. Yeah? Because when you're doing good, now is when you receive and you feel happy, you'll feel light, you feel everything is working out so easy, you get connected with others. Everything is working nicely. So now is the time also you are receiving the fruit of your hard work. But then also, the fruit of your hard work is going to be where? Liberation in life, which will be heaven. So then you'll get that as well there. So remember, it's the journey of the spirit that is moving here. This is all about the spirit. It's we spiritual beings talking to spirits. We are all spiritual beings here, not the body. Okay? So success is your work. Is your work. It is over a long period of time that makes your life easy. Do not expect rewards, praise, goodness for your good actions. Yeah? Whatever you do, do it. But you know you're doing it not to expect anything from anybody, because you're just good. You're generous. You're loving. This is who you are. You don't have to get anything in reward for it. If they do, the people will come back and tell you thank you and this and that. No problem. But don't take it don't take it to be like you're so happy about it. And the issue about that is when you take that, you shift to arrogance now, because then you forget that you need to accumulate. You understand? I don't know if you see the equanimity here, that the boat, when people come and praise you so much, and you're eating the fruit of that praise because you say, now I've done so well, yes, I did so much, and they came and they thanked me, and I treated this, and I did that, and I did that. For example, the doctor who's doing so much, so they're praising so much, thank you, you saved my child, is that. It was not you who saved the child, it's the spiritual side with the help of the Supreme that he did his job. He was just using you to do his job. It wasn't you. But when you take that praise, then you finish all your praise here, and you bring in arrogance. And the arrogance is not of the spirit, now it's of the body. You forget that you're the spirit. Yeah? You understand the difference? I don't know if I'm getting you to understand. So no expectations, and allow it to come when it is ready. So it will come when it is ready, and then you will be able to enjoy it without even knowing you're enjoying it, because everything will just flow like that. Yeah.
So thank you so much, sister. So we have one more speaker with us, Sister LK. She has also come from Seychelles, which is located in Africa. She is a geographical teacher as well as spiritual teacher. So now she will make us do meditation with beautiful affirmations. So let's welcome Sister LK onto the dais. So with big round of applause.
Thank you.
Let everything around you fade away and feel your body relaxing. Center yourself. Bring your attention to the center of your forehead. This is where you, the soul, reside. You will notice that as you go deep inside yourself, as you visualize yourself as a point of light in the center of your forehead, the general atmosphere around you changes from tension to calmness, to lightness, to silence. Your atmosphere is charging. See yourself as a very subtle point of light, shining in the center of your forehead. Take time to experience yourself in this atmosphere of silence. This is the real you. This is your real self. This is where you, the soul, reside. You are a being of peace, a being of love, a being of power, a being of happiness, you are at peace with everything around you. You are light and bright in a very special way. As you detach from this world, see lightness covering your whole body. Your arms, your legs, all radiating lightness. A very subtle light. Opened up to that energy. Feel the light. radiate peace, love within this light. In this awareness, visualize another point of light in front of you. This point of light represents the highest source of energy. This is the Supreme Soul, and He is shining His light on you. Remain steady in this light. Absorb all the love, all the power, all the peace coming and overflowing you. After you have taken, it is time to give back. To give back to this world of sorrow, of pain. In this atmosphere, send and share your light over the world. Send your goodness, send your power, send your good wishes, send your pure and elevated thoughts with the awareness that you want to make it into a better world. Not only for yourself, but for everyone else. Through the light that you are sending, you are also giving cooperation into making a better tomorrow. You can come back to this room, to your body. And even as you open your eyes, remain in that silence. Remain in the light.